Hello everybody, hello the student in grade 10 and the people in this group as well. And today we are going to continue our chapter 15, Town and Country. And unit 3, would you like to live in the countryside or the town? Okay, we are going to finish our lesson this hour, and okay, you can open your book on page 90 and 91 again. Okay, today we are going to translate to read the text and answer the question in section B and C. Section A, yes, section A for the question, section B for the quantifier, and section C for odd one are the word in not in group. Okay, if you want to answer the question, I want you to read the text again. Okay, so now you can go to read the text again. Okay, read the text on page 90 again with the conversation between Mr. Kamlet, Ratana and Kumse. Okay, talking about where would you like to live, in the town or in the countryside. Okay, now let's read together and then answer the question. Mr. Ratana, where would you prefer to live after finish school, in the town or in the countryside? Ratana, I might prefer to live in the countryside, sir. Right. How about you, Kumse? Say, well, I think I'd rather live in the town, sir. Why would you prefer to live in the countryside, Ratana? Well, there's a lot of fresh air in the countryside and the environment is much cleaner than in the town. Yes, that's right. Saying, maybe you could explain to us why you would prefer to live in the town. Saying, I don't like the countryside because of the dirty roads. They are not easy to travel on either. They're very dirty and they're covered in a lot of mud. Okay, either they're very either they're very either they're very dirty or covered in mud. Covered in mud. The roads in the town, on the other hand, are usually excellent. And then in the countryside, there's nothing to do during our free time, but in the town, there's lots to do. For example, we can watch cable television and videos, go to bars and see shows. But not everyone wants these things. Neither do we want to suffer from all the pollution in the town. Well, I think you're both right in your own different ways, but we must remember that although the town and the country are very different, the people who live in them are Cambodians, and they're all working for the development of our country. Okay, let's go to answer the question one by one. Where do Ratana and Kamseng want to live in the future? Okay, Ratana, in the countryside, and Kamseng in the town. Ratana want to live in the countryside, but Kamseng want to live in the town. Why does Ratana want to live in the countryside? Because fresh air. Because there are a lot of fresh air and the environment is much cleaner than in the town. Why Kamseng want to live there? Because Kamseng they want to watch about TV, go to the bar, see show, and a lot of things to do in the town. So because he doesn't like the countryside, because the dirt of the road, because of the dirt roads, and they are not easy to travel on either. They're very dirty or covered in a lot of mud. We think the roads in the town, on the other hand, are excellent, and then in the countryside there's nothing to do during our free time, but in the town there's a lot to do. You can say like watching films, cable television, like Disneyland Road, and so on. 4. Why? What do you think about recognize and say idea? Okay, they are both right. Okay, it's up to you when you agree with Ratana or agree with himself. But for me, I agree with Ratana. Yeah, I want to live in the countryside because it's much cleaner than in the town and we have a lot of fresh air. But in the town, there are pollution from the factory, the smoke, motorbike smoke as well. It's up to your answer. 5. Why do you think the English teachers say that the people who live in the town or countryside, both Cambodia, because they can work well together and to have Cambodia develop? Because he wants his students to understand that although the town and the countryside are different, but together they make up Cambodia, and town and country people are both helping develop in Cambodia. Okay, all the people in the countryside or in the town, they are Cambodian, so they can work well together and make Cambodia develop. Okay, you can see the people in the countryside need the useful things from the town, and people in the town need the product from country like rice, fish, and so on a lot. Everyone, let's go to section B. Okay, section B, you can look at the quantifier. The quantifier, much, many, a lot, the plenty. The synonym បរិមាណ synonym បរិមាណ quantifier. This is called quantifier attitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Much, few, little, the money, lots of, a lot, plenty of, few, so this is called quantifier, គុណនាមបរិមាណ and now one by one you can choose it together. Ratana loves the countryside very. Okay, how can you count can you count love? No, so then very much. 2. There is only the first and the time a few or a little. A few can count the first air, but a little cannot count. So we can use a little first air little. 3. In the wet season, the dirt roads are covered with many or with lots of mud. Can you count mud? No. So with lots of mud. 4. In the town, there are the job we can count. So there are plenty of good jobs. 5. There are things. Things we can count. They think that thing, one thing, two things. So many things to enjoy in the town. 6. There are only things. Things we can count. So a few. A little cannot count, but a few can count. Do in the countryside. 7. We do not need to spend money and cannot to spend much money in the countryside. 8. We may, however, like to spend the money. They spend a lot of money, so money that time we can count and how many money they count they can spend in the town. Okay, everyone, chẳng cứ dùng bởi vì tìm bữa là ná trôi chết trên là bát khăn trôi chết cái mình ai gọi bàn thì mình ai gọi bát thì cần mài. 2. A few ai gặp bán a little là bàn thì tách tôi việc nhé tại tại chưa chấm cho là các dân ai gặp bàn đó người ta bị a little. Thì bây cứ dùng mình bị ở mặt thuộc chân thuộc dân mình ai gặp bàn thế thành là dân mình ai gặp bán thì ra lots of mình ai ra many thế. Jobs thì có job dân mình ra much and plenty of thì càng đi sát ai gặp bán tại much dân mình ai gặp bàn thì dân ra plenty of. Things chia vào thâu chia được bỏ chẳng cần nào được bỏ ai được bàn chứ đừng ra many. 6. Thing thing ដែលយើងអាចរកបានវត្ថុអញ្ចឹងយើងអាចប្រើ a few thing not a little little យើងតិចតួចមិនអាចរកបានតែ a few តិចតួចអាចរកបានដូចជា2 3ចឹងទៅជួយអាច2 3ហើយមួយទៀត money គេ money គឺសំដៅទៅលើ money លុយជារួមអញ្ចឹងយើងប្រើ much money ហើយសម្រាប់ money ខាងក្រោមនេះគឺយើងប្រើលុយដែលគណនាក្នុងការចំណាយទៅតាមទីក្រុងអញ្ចឹងគេអាចប្រើ a lot. Okay, so look at the answer together. Okay, number 1 much, number 2 a little, number 3 lots of, number 4 plenty of, number 5 many, number 6 number 6 few not few there, number 7 much, number 8 lots of it. ចឹងពាក្យ lots of ហើយនឹង much គឺវាអត់ស្របបានដូចគ្នាហ្នឹង lots of អូខេអញ្ចឹងគឺចម្លើយនៅក្នុង section 2 គឺមានហ្នឹងអាគុណនាមបរិមាណគឺបរិមាណតិចបរិមាណច្រើនវាជាបរិមាណរបស់គុណនាម Okay, let's go to the last one. Last paragraph for you, part C. Okay. You can look at odd one out. Okay, you can choose the different word, the different verb or words in this group. Okay. Where the word in the different meaning, you can take it out and why. Okay. But when the word or the verb in the same meaning in this group, you can put it, keep it in. And the one that are not belong to group, you can it doesn't belong to group, so not belong. It when the verb, which verb doesn't belong to group, you can take it out. Odd one out. Yeah. Okay, so look at which word is different from the group. Okay, when the word the same meaning, it can be in group. ចឹងចូលជ្រើសរើសពាក្យណាដែលមានន័យខុសគេដែលមិនមានន័យថា synonym គឺមិនមានន័យដូចបែបនេះ Can have one countryside, harvest, village, farm and park. So which one is the countryside? The place, harvest. Okay, we can harvest the rye, the corn, the village and farm and park. Okay, the difference is park, okay, because it is not a place for the people in the countryside do. The people in the countryside can harvest, they can live in the village and they have a farm, they not have a park. 2. Restaurant, bar, cafe, factory, pub. So which one is the different here? Restaurant, yeah, for drink it, bar for drink it, cafe for drink it, pub for drink it, but factory not drink, not eat, but for produce production, producing. So factory is different, yeah. Realize, produce, predict, understand, consider. So which one is different? Realize thì chữ trợ thực chất, produce ผลิต predict ទូទាយ understand យល់ consider ពិចារណា So which one everyone? Okay, realize, produce is not without thinking, but okay, predict thing, understand thing, consider thing, realize thing, but produce not thing. When you just take and do nothing. 4. Palace, park, monument, school, hospital. So which one is different? Okay, palace for the building, monument for the building, school for the building, hospital for the building. So park is not building. Okay, park is a place that people go to play or visit. Okay, go to take it through inside. Yeah, take it inside. Yeah. Committee, council, commission, individual and association. So which one is different? Committee, a group of people. Council, a group of people. Commission, a group of people. Individual, only one people. Association, a group of people. ซึ่งที่เมื่อคณะกรรมการกรมปรึกษาคณะกรรมการคณะกรรมาธิการสมาคมสมาคมมนุษย์ច្រើនគណៈកម្មការគណៈកម្មាធិការក្រុមប្រឹក្សាទៅមនុស្សច្រើនទៅ individual មនុស្សតែម្នាក់ So the difference is the individual. 6. Motorbike, bicycle, car, plane, train. So which one is different? Okay, this is we can have two choice. Okay, we talk about the engine. Bicycle, no engine. Okay. But we talk about the transport that travel on the road or on air. ទី1យើងអាចជ្រើសរើសថាគ្រឿងមួយណាមាន មានគ្រឿងម៉ាស៊ីនគឺកង់ទី2យើងអាចគិតថាមួយណាបើកនៅលើមេឃមួយណាបើកនៅលើដីចឹងបើកលើដី motorbike bicycle car and train but plane in on air in air in the sky ចឹងយើងអាចយក plane or bicycle when say bicycle has no engine when talk about plane travel on in the sky not on the road. Okay, let's check the answer one by one. One, park. It is to do with the city and town. Other thing are doing with the farm. ចឹងគឺសួរច្បាស់ហ្នឹងយើងអាចលេងនៅក្នុងក្រុងហើយផ្សេងទៀតគឺនៅក្នុងជនបទ Two, factory. Yeah, factory. The place where people make things. But the other place are where people eat and drink. ចឹងកន្លែងរោងចក្រគឺជាកន្លែងដែលគេធ្វើវត្ថុហើយកន្លែងផ្សេងទៀតគឺកន្លែងដែលផឹកស៊ី Three, produce. Produce mean thing is made មានន័យថាការផលិតគឺមានន័យថាត្រូវបានផលិត not just thought about in our head គឺមិនគិតនៅក្នុងពោះក្បាលទេគឺយើងមកផលិតតែម្ដង Four, park is a place in open air but the other thing are buildings សួរច្បាស់គឺជាកន្លែងដែលលំហ in open air ហើយកន្លែងទី2គឺជាអគារចឹងខុសគ្នា Five, individual here number 5 individual it's one person but the other more than one person ចឹងគឺ individual មនុស្សតែម្នាក់ក្រៅពីហ្នឹងគឺមនុស្សច្រើនអ្នក Six, oh sorry I forget to copy number 6 for you. Okay, number 6 okay, we can have two choice. Okay, I can look at it again. You can copy number 6 for you. Okay, sorry here number 6 I forget to everyone, our lesson is end. It is the end. Okay. And so thank you very much for watching this lesson, and it's see you next lesson. So number 6, okay, I told you number 6 there are two choice. Okay, here number 6 you can use either bicycle or plane. Bicycle it doesn't have engine, but a plane travel in the air, but the other travel on travel by land, travel in the air and travel by land. ចឹងកង់គឺมันមានម៉ាស៊ីនហើយបើយើងយកទៅផងមានន័យថាវាធ្វើដំណើរនៅលើមេឃវាមិនធ្វើដំណើរនៅលើដី Okay everyone, for grade 10, yes, thank you very much for watching, learning this lesson, and see you next chapter with me. Goodbye and good luck.